Roger Gibson. Please enjoy the food, dance, and have fun.
Of course, I'm Carrie. I'm going to read my little note. Hopefully I don't mess up. My heart is bursting. It's so wonderful to see all our friends. Thank you, family and friends, for being here to celebrate our 50th wedding anniversary. It's so nice to see so many friends here that have been in our life for so many years. We appreciate your friendship and look forward to celebrating more of life's milestones with you in the future. And a special thank you to Tracy and Ilham and Wendy and Chris for putting on this spectacular get-together. Love you and your family so much. Thank you. And he's just going to cry.
Aww.
Celebrating 50 years of marriage. Today is the anniversary of the best day of my life. 50 years ago, I married the most handsome man I had ever seen. And on that day, I became the luckiest woman in the world. Thank you, Roger, for the beautiful life you have given me and our family. How wonderful life is when you're in the world. I love you more than the sky. Carrie.
Aww.
Tracy wants to say something.
Over the last week, go closer.
Hard being tall.
Okay. So, I have written a poem for my mom and dad. On this happy day. Of course, I think today is a happy day. 50 years ago on this day, my mom and dad were married, and that was a long time. 50 years ago, my parents began to climb the stairway that took them on an adventure of a lifetime. 50 years ago today, they promised to stay together. My mom in a mini dress that my Nana had made, and saying I do at the altar, these two people stayed together as a team and have lived life to the fullest. For many years, you would find them together, walking and talking the streets of Bakersfield and Davis. They walked together many miles. You would find them in the car. My dad would be driving. They would drive far, holding hands, and maybe my dad would sing to a 50s or 60s song. Going to dinner and a movie by themselves or with good friends, agreeing on how to spend their weekends. Together, walking the aisles of antique shops, you may hear their voices, discussing their choices together. Shared experiences they have gathered. You may have heard about trips to Alaska, Nevada, Arizona, North Dakota, and Hawaii, Yellowstone, Crazy Horse, and the Madonna Inn. Trips to Disneyland with their grandchildren, and with my sister and I when we were younger, grandchildren, and watching them grow. A love that couldn't be stronger for their grandchildren and each other. Holidays, a house full of family and friends, presents and food in common. My parents were always in the mood to open their home and hearts. And dogs. They have raised and loved dogs together. Girl, Dixie, Macy, and Jack. And unfortunately had to mourn their loss together as a team. My mom and dad, a team. That is why my dad's directional service. Okay, my mom and dad. My mom and dad, a team. That is why my dad's directional service company was R&K Directional Services, a team. Not only have they been a team during the good times, but the challenging times as well. My dad could be found in the waiting room during my mom's surgeries, and my mom could always be found in the waiting room during my dad's surgeries. They never had to face these times alone. They always had each other, not only as a couple, but as best friends. Always about their family and maintaining their friendships with you all over the years. That is why my sister and I wanted to celebrate them tonight, to bring all of you together for a big celebration about togetherness and love. I have a little story to share from the 1980s to demonstrate their love for each other and their family and how much they enjoyed being together with my sister and I. And so, okay, so the story starts, it's like maybe 1984 or 1985. So my sister and I were camping in Death Valley with my Aunt Jo, my Papa Cecil, my Aunt Gayla, my Uncle Tommy, and my cousins. And we come home to Bakersfield and we're at my Nana and Papa's house. And I remember talking to my parents on the phone and they told us they had gone to Hawaii. And my sister and I said, "We're in Hawaii?" And they were shopping, they had been sightseeing, they had, because now I have pictures of what they did without us there. And so soon after that conversation, or maybe during that conversation, they said, "And guess what? You're coming also." And so they had their time together in Hawaii, but I like to think that they felt like something was missing. And like, it was my sister and I. So they flew us to Hawaii to be with them. And so, to share the adventure with my mom and dad, and surfing lessons, piranha sightings. My sister said she saw a piranha, and snorkeling and sunset cruises together. A love for each other and their family. Cheers to 50 years of love.
I know everybody has very busy schedules, but it's so nice to see everyone together, and wishing my parents.
This is good.
What is it? Would anybody else like to speak? You do?
Good.
Come up.
I can't have bread.
A limerick, a story, anything.
Then supper.
Is there any soup?
I think this is soup.
I know, but where is this?
I don't
There's a
know.
lot more people here than I thought. Hi, my name is Boyd Flanagan. I'm Roger and Carrie's oldest grandson. And my grandparents are nothing more than inspirational. They are generous and they are loving because they're inspirational because, first of all, my grandfather, he is the most sociable man you'll ever meet. Like, he will all look how many people are still here that he still keeps in contact with. And then my grandmother, she is always happy. She's always facing every situation with a smile, always facing everything with positivity. And that's a great way to go about life and look at everything. So it's a great way to just bring yourself out into the world, because if you bring positive things out in the world and you bring positive energy, it will come back to you. And that has definitely shown true. And they're generous because they set all this up. They've been showing, they've been like my second set of parents basically for a long time. Like even right now with my house flooded, I've been staying with my grandparents. They've been taking me to school and everything. They've been the kindest people my entire life. Like even Ivan and everyone can know that they're very, very generous people, and they'll always show love no matter what's going on. And they're very good people. And they're one of the I'm not that much like my grandma. But I always aim to be like my grandfather, with or without the flaws, you know. But because everyone always says that your hair is gonna end up looking like your grandfather, your grandfather. Some of you might remember my afro, which is an example of I grew it out as much as I could because I knew I got to cherish it before I look like that. So I just want to say thank you all for coming here. Thank you all for being part of our lives, and just thank you for being friends with my grandparents.